Olá, pessoal! Meu nome é Vera Bermudo e eu sou uma das cofundadoras da Chá Dō, curadoria de chás, acessórios para chá e cursos online, com a missão de fomentar a teicultura no Brasil e o propósito de conectar as pessoas, pessoas do bem. Para celebrar o Dia Internacional do Chá, a gente vai entrevistar hoje o senhor Lushantha de Silva, fundador e presidente da Hyson Teas, parceiros do Sri Lanka. How are you, Mr. De Silva?
Thank you very much. How are you? All good from our side.
Very good. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation.
It's our pleasure. Greetings to Chá Dō and everyone listening to us.
Thank you so much. So let's start our fantastic interview here for the International Tea Day. So, Mr. De Silva, can you share, please, with us a little bit on Hyson history, including its foundation?
Yes, most certainly. Yes, we started the company way back in 2002. So it's almost completing 19 years in existence. So we export the teas to different countries, different continents. I would say approximately 25 to 30 countries presently worldwide in different SKUs or different product ranges. We stretch including to organic as well.
Oh, that's absolutely great. So with less than 20 years of existence, so you're spread worldwide. So fantastic. And in terms of volumes and types of tea that are traded through Hyson Teas, can you please share with us that information as well?
Yes, sure. So we do have more than 150 SKUs under Hyson. So it ranges from black teas, green teas, black teas with flavors, green tea with flavors, fruit, wellness. As I mentioned to you a while back, organic teas with natural. If people require organic flavors, we do have them as well. Then also extending to the Horeca range, where we would eventually look at those segments as well. So we do about annually about 200 to 250,000 kilos of tea, which would around approximately turn over around $2.5 to $2.7 million.
That's absolutely huge. So Brazilians can find Hyson Teas in Brazil, right? Since December last year.
Yes.
At Chá Dō. So what are Hyson Teas' expectations related to the Brazilian market?
Okay, we in Sri Lanka are like famous for tea. You all in Brazil are good for coffee. So yes, it's not a easy mix to go, but I think coffee and tea will complement each other as we go along. It's a beverage and it's a culture. So we definitely would like to grow and introduce the wellness of teas into to the people of Brazil. So that's looking at from our side, and obviously with Chá Dō to assist us in that journey.
That's lovely. And it's funny because it's not one versus the other, right? It's both together. They're delicious.
Both together, for sure. Yes, for sure.
That's lovely. And I love both. I really love both. So, Mr. De Silva, can you also tell us about how do you see the tea market worldwide?
Worldwide tea market is growing. Younger generation is getting involved in tea. Younger generation, probably not the black tea per se, but they are enjoying flavors. They are looking at herbs. So we see potential, we see growth, we see younger generations involvement because they are probably getting out of the fizzy drinks. So there is opportunity for us, and I think worldwide the market is growing. Maybe 2 to 2.5% we see growth in worldwide, and in the Americas there is a higher percentage of growth with people also appreciating the fact of the flavors, like the flavor of the tea. So people have understood, people have read about it. Then we also do connect with social aspect of the product, where we know where the teas were probably plucked, and we can and basically the traceability aspect as well.
Fantastic. And this is a very good point that you raised, because all Hyson Teas, they're legit Ceylon teas, right? They're
100%.
fostered and produced and also packaged in Sri Lanka, right?
Correct. So this is what we do. I mean, like say we are packing in Sri Lanka, sourcing in Sri Lanka, everything is done. So it's at the where it is produced, it's packaged as well. So 100% Sri Lankan tea unblended with other origins, if I may say so. That.
Great. That's great. And when you talk about tea, and a lot of people do not know that, but tea is the I'm sorry, tea is the second most consumed beverage in the world, right?
Yes.
Just behind water. Yeah. So it has more than what, like 5,000 years? We're not that old, right?
Yeah.
We are not
the
that
history
old.
goes back to more than 5,000 years. Tea was found in China. So yes, and in Sri Lanka, the tea has been with us for almost 160 plus years. So yeah, it goes down to a different, like a long period, and each of the countries, consuming countries, have their own methodology or traditions of making a culture with it.
Yes.
So when we travel, we see different ways of how people enjoy tea. So we need to understand that it helps us in our like the product where we support you, we ship to you. So we have a more understanding of the market requirements, which is very important for us.
Yeah. So for instance, if this beverage is such, let's say, a long existent one, like 5,000 years, of course, we are not that old, but for sure, we have our own memories, our emotional memories with tea. And you come from, let's say, a family, a raising tea family, right? You are the third generation of tea master in your family. So certainly you have a lot of emotional and lovely memories related to tea. Can you share one with us?
Yeah, sure. It's like, say, when we were young, since my father was, as mentioned, he was into the plantation of tea. So weekends, or sometimes mainly weekends, probably when we go on holidays during the school time. So he would sit us down and teach us how to make a tea, or at least how to drink a tea, what the preparation method, like it need to be brewed for a particular time. If you want to mix with milk, whether milk should be poured first or tea should be poured first. So and he used to get us to do those one with milk and one with one milk first and one milk second to the tea. So then he used to teach us, or at least tell us to figure out the difference. Yeah, so those were few things which stays back. So probably I'm doing the same thing to my son as well, who is also involved in the business, and he runs a cafe called Tea Avenue in Sri Lanka presently. Hopefully one day we will be in Brazil as well there, along with you.
Hopefully. And I need to know a secret, because you just mentioned something about that. How many cups of tea you try in a daily basis? Not really drinking, but try to to taste and see if the tea is okay. How many cups?
In the past, I would have tried about per week, maybe about 500 to 600. Right now, since there is another team which is looking after that, so I look at all the teas before it is shipped out, I would say. Then it is less than, I would say, 60 or 70.
60 or 70?
Yes.
And it
for a
used to be
particular
like,
day.
wow, and it used to be like 500?
Yes. Presently, even like there are guys testing more than 500 cups a week.
Oh,
so
my
we
God.
need to go through the tea. We need to understand it. So
Yes.
so it's because in the tea manufacture, like any agricultural product, depending on the weather, the wind condition, the quality will change. So if we have established a particular standard or quality with you, we need to be sure that we supply same. So hence we need to taste. So there is no shortcut in it.
Oh my gosh. So all of this to ensure the proper quality of Ceylon tea.
Definitely, yes.
Oh
So
my
that's
God.
our guarantee of the quality.
Adorable. That's why the Ceylon tea is so good. And guys, if you didn't try, and I'm sorry, Mr. De Silva, I'm just gonna do this in Portuguese, okay?
Sure, please.
Se você ainda não experimentou o Ceylon tea, você tem que experimentar, porque é absolutamente uma experiência divina, e aqui nós te convidamos a experimentar Hyson Teas presente aqui no Brasil, na Chá Dō. Mr. De Silva, on behalf of Chá Dō and the tea lovers in Brazil, we sincerely thank you so much for sharing this great time with us. We wish you and to your beloved a blessed International Tea Days.
Thank you very much. Wish you the same.
Thank you so much. And for the ones in Brazil, abençoado Dia Internacional do Chá para você e para os seus amores. Muito obrigada. Bye, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.